he looked kind of like a joke character at first, but when I picked him up, he was actually pretty good. Like he was fast, mobile, he had invincible moves, and he's American. And since I knew Street Fighter 4 was a big game coming out in America mainstream media, I just wanted to choose an American character and also a crowd-pleasing character where people would be like, wow, he's fun to watch. Let me just keep watching Justin Wong's Rufus.
Wow, so it's partly like to entertain you and to be, pride in, being American. So, for example, I've noticed that your style, you like to pin people against the edge of the screen. Can you describe a little bit about like your specific style?
Okay. When I play Rufus, and I like to push people into the corner where basically their defense drops in the corner because there's no way they can move back anymore because they're pinned in the corner. And from there, Rufus can do more combos in the corner because it's corner specific combos. Like he could do like standing short, standing fierce into Galactic Tornado, and then he could do another Galactic Tornado, or he could do his Ultra or Super. Like he has all these tricks against the corner to maximize his damage input. Because when mid screen you get this one combo, that's it, and they get pushed towards the corner. But all his combos in the corner leads into something like a part 2, a part B. And I used to play Turtle style, but that's because, like for Third Strike, I used to play Chun-Li and I used to Turtle a lot. But that's not because I enjoyed playing the style, I just didn't really enjoy the game. Like I just wanted to win at the game. But when Street Fighter 4 came out, I put my hands onto it, played all these characters. I felt like, wow, this is actually a good game. And then I got motivated to playing to this game to its fullest potential and to where I would like to play and put myself towards the community where instead of they see me as a turtle character, they see me as an aggressive player and they're just putting a show on for these people. When I was a kid, like I probably was like 12, I went to Chinatown Fair after school because my school was like 2 blocks away from the arcade, and I thought I was the best because during like the 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, like no one could beat me in Marvel's Capcom 1. But then eventually later on, when I got on a Friday, my parents said, hey, you can stay out a little longer. So I stayed around 6, 7 o'clock rush, and there was all these good players just came out of nowhere, like Eddie Lee, Arturo Sanchez, and they just put me in my place, and it made me realize that damn, there's other people out there that's better than me. Yeah, he was a legend of the East Coast back then, from Marvel's Capcom, for Street Fighter in general. Like he was like the East Coast hope.
So did they ever take you aside and say, okay, this is what you're doing wrong, you gotta do this? How did it work? How did they teach you? Did you just learn from watching their game style?
Well, they didn't really teach me because one, they were pretty quiet. So then I just watched and then took some of their tips and just played and tried to get better. And then
What are examples of the tip?
Like I guess like Eddie played with like Strider, Hiru, and Gambit, and he uses like this dual attack mode where you can do like constant supers. So I took like the way he did it and the setups he did. Like he'll just keep doing super, but he'll do the correct pattern for the super, so your opponent has to block it forever till the super ended. Probably when I was 13, that was probably like 10 years ago, and it was called East Coast Championships 5. And they had a Marvel's Capcom 1 tournament, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike tournament, and Alpha 3 tournament, and there was like over 200 people in it. And when it was like
the younger players.
Yeah, no, there was all older players. I must have been the youngest player.
That's what I'm saying. Were you the youngest player?
I was the youngest player, and it was one day I went to the arcade on a Saturday, 10 a.m. And I go there to practice at 10 a.m. Practice 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. because there was no consoles out that had Marvel's Capcom 1 or Street Fighter 3 Third Strike at the time. So the only place you can go is the arcade. And I went to the arcade. I saw all these people that I see that comes later at night. I say, hey, what are you guys doing here? It's 10 a.m. Only I'm here at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And they're saying, oh,
so you just happened to pop.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, we're here for a tournament. We're waiting for everybody, so we go to New Jersey in New Dunedin. And I said, oh, really? They're like, you want to come? I was like, I don't know. I might get in trouble because I was young at the time and then my parents were really strict. But then I said, why not? I'll go anyway because they told me that all these players from New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, North Carolina, California, all these players came to this tournament. And I was like, well, I want to play all these people. I want to play more than my local community. So I went, I did get punished, but it was a good learning experience. I got 5th place in my first tournament. Yeah, I lost to both people I lost to were from New York. Like I lost to Arturo Sanchez in Mortal Capcom 1, and I lost to Eddie Lee in Third Strike. So I didn't lose I beat everyone from out of state. I never lost to anyone from out of state either, so that was pretty good. I played every day, like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the arcades all day, every day. Even though I play the computer, I still play anyways because I just want the experience and make sure I have everything on point, make sure I was perfect.
Yeah.
And that's the same way Japan feels. Just keep playing till they're perfect. Because when I was in Japan, I went to the arcades at 10 a.m. and there was people there lining up and playing Street Fighter, Third Strike, or Capcom vs. AK2, or Tekken. So they probably Arturo Sanchez, like the way, like he's been putting a lot of effort into getting back in the scene. Because at first, he was semi-retired. And people said he was washed up and everything, but now, he's coming back strong, and, he got second at the last World Cyber Game tournament, so that was a pretty good feature, and everyone didn't expect him to get second. They expected either Gutex or Long Island Joe, but Gutex and Long Island Joe didn't make it, and Arturo eliminated Long Island Joe, and right now he has the passion to become the best, and also, just to tell everyone that, hey everyone, I'm not washed up, I'm here to win, and I can still compete, and I can still beat you. Yeah. That's his motivation right now.
So could you talk about your rivalry with Daigo a little bit? Just legendary guy. Do you ever talk? What's your relationship with him? You don't really talk. Well, he seems pretty quiet.
Yeah, we don't have any email contacts or anything. Like, when we see each other, we say, hey, what's up? But not really. We just say, hey, what wave? Because he doesn't speak English. Yeah. I don't speak Japanese. Yeah. So, but other than that, like he's a really magical player. Like, it's hard to read him. Like, I'm pretty good at reading people, but in general, like, it's hard to read him. Like, when I was playing Chun-Li, he had Ken in Third Strike. Like, that was my first year playing Third Strike. Yeah. So I didn't know what to expect from him, except that he was magical. And I guess he is magical. He parried my whole super. So that was at Evolution 2007 when I was playing with one of my team members from Empire Arcadia, Yipes, and he was like the second best small player in the world, and I had to defend my title, which he was like, we played very often, and one time he was about to eliminate me, and he took me down to my last character, the Cyclops. I probably had like 50% life, while he had his full cast of Magneto, Storm, and Salah, and I just pulled the most bullshit comeback ever by like, I made him run through every gene splice, which is a DP motion, into a super optic blast, like probably 7 times in a row. So I magically made him run into 7 times in a row, and I killed character to character to character, and everyone was like, oh, he's done. The whole crowd was like, oh, he's done. But then that comeback just came, and everyone just went bonkers. They're like, oh my god, the impossible just happened.